Today we're going to be tackling a big topic, which is menopause. And this transition can create so many symptoms for so many women, including night sweats, hot flashes, weight gain, moodiness, and actually there's almost 400 different symptoms that can happen for women during menopause. And Lord, do I know, I've been through menopause, so this is quite a true story. So while every woman's menopausal experience can be very unique, there are certain natural ways that we can help support ourselves. And today I'm just going to talk about some of the best supplements to support women during menopause. So before we dig into the supplements, my name is Marcy Vasky and I'm a licensed nutritionist with Fluso Nutrients. And at Fluso Nutrients, every week we share different supplements to help educate you on ways that you can help support yourself. And it's very important to understand the supplements that you're taking and why you're actually taking them. And so hopefully all of our videos throughout the years has helped you gain a little bit more experience and education. Now, of course, make sure that none of the supplements are contraindicated with any of the medicines you may be taking or even other supplements. And if you have questions, you can always leave them down below, or please make sure to speak with a supplement practitioner who's very literate in the supplements. So let's dig into these menopausal supplements that might just save your life, or at least you feel like it will. Number one supplement is going to be black cohosh. Now, black cohosh is actually one of the most researched herbs for menopause. Black cohosh has been shown to help support hot flashes and even night sweats. And it does this by supporting and working on our serotonin receptors. Now, serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is in our brain. We may actually make it in our gut, but we do have a lot of serotonin to help support our temperature and also our calmness. So while black cohosh is not a hormone replacement, it has been shown to help women who are struggling with hot flashes after hot flashes or those terrible night sweats to just have a gentle support to help reduce those. Now, if you're thinking that, wow, you're in the midst of all these hot flashes and you want to give black cohosh a chance, you'll want to make sure that you're getting a product that has been third-party tested. And I'm going to list all the supplements I talk about today down below so you'll know you're getting a good quality one. But you'll start with a dose of about 400 milligrams a day. You can split those up, so you can take 200 in the morning and maybe 200 in the evening. And you kind of just play around with whatever works best for you in terms of watching your pattern of when you're having hot flashes. There always seems to be one. I know when I was really struggling with those, there is definitely a pattern. Now, number two supplement, which is another one of my favorites, is called berberine. And when we go through menopause, we do struggle with more blood sugar balance. And that's where the beauty of berberine comes in. So essentially, when our estrogen and our progesterone drop, we become more insulin resistant, or we could say less insulin sensitive. In this way, our body is unable to really efficiently use the sugars that we may be consuming, and our cells become less responsive to the glucose in our body. And so using berberine is a beautiful blood sugar stabilizer. I think I've been using berberine probably for 4 years. I love it. I think it does a really great job. And essentially, you'll take about 500 milligrams with every meal. Now, be sure to start a little slow with berberine just to make sure that your gut doesn't have any side effects from it. Some people do get a little bit of diarrhea in the beginning of taking berberine, or just a little bit of bloating or discomfort. And the reason for that is because berberine is also an antimicrobial. So while it does this magnificent job of balancing our blood sugar, it also helps to kind of clean out some opportunistic flora or bacteria in our gut. So easing into berberine is always a best bet. So you can start with one at breakfast or one at dinner, however you want to do it, but just make sure you take it with a meal and gradually add up to that 3 a day, or however many meals you eat in a day, not snacks, but meals, you can take your berberine. Now, number 3 on the list is going to be magnesium. And if you're going through menopause or even perimenopause, you may have noticed that your sleep is just not like it used to be. And for many women, insomnia or waking during the night becomes just this battle. And so using magnesium, because magnesium is a calming mineral, and by taking around 200 to 400 milligrams, probably about 2 hours before bedtime, you're just calming your body down, which puts you into a better state for restful sleep. And Lord knows we need all the support we can get when it comes to sleep during perimenopause, but specifically we're talking about today menopause. We're already stressed out enough that our body's kind of feeling like it's going a little haywire. So using magnesium, and I would recommend magnesium glycinate, and again it'll be around that 200 to 400 milligram mark. You can go up higher than that, but once you get to around that 800, then maybe we need to start looking into different sleep supports. Now the last supplement I'm going to talk about today is ashwagandha, and this ties in beautifully with how stressed out we might feel when our body is going a little bit crazy. And so using ashwagandha really helps to bring the body back into balance. That helps to support how we react to stress. So not only does ashwagandha help to support our stress levels, it reduces anxiety and therefore can also be a nice supplement for sleep. And another great benefit of ashwagandha is going to be that it helps to balance that cortisol. So that cortisol, when we're dropping in those hormones of estrogen and progesterone, it starts to naturally increase a little bit, which we don't want, because the higher our cortisol is, the more fat storage we get around our middle. So using ashwagandha can help to support keeping our cortisol in better balance. And as I said, overall, ashwagandha just helps to bring balance to the body. Now, if you're thinking about trying ashwagandha, again, this would be one to start slower with, just like the berberine. These herbs can be a little bit powerful, and everybody kind of feels a little different with herbs. So I always like to recommend starting slower with that. So you can go up to about 700 milligrams a day on ashwagandha, but starting out maybe taking 150 to 200 milligrams in the morning or at night whenever you feel like you're most stressed or feeling kind of that yucky, I don't know what's going on, not calm state, let's say. And then you can always work up into more. But not only, starting slow because just to see how your body reacts to it, but also if you only need a little bit, then you only need a little bit. And that's always a benefit. So I hope that if you're feeling stressed, if you're having a lot of hot flashes, if you're not sleeping, if you're feeling like you're putting on a lot of weight around the middle, these supplements I just spoke about can be game changers. And I think out of all four of them, my favorite is all four of them. They all do a pretty fantastic job depending on how you're feeling. And also, if you really are struggling with some pretty severe menopausal symptoms, here at the clinic, I work with a lot of women who are in menopause or just with hormonal issues in general, and we can always help support that. So you can find a link to our website down below. And also, I'm going to list all of those supplements that I just spoke about, so if you want to try one, you're going to get a really good quality supplement. Again, leave any questions you have down below, comments, love to hear from you, and thanks for watching again today.